Racing games are as old as time itself, or as old as the Atari, which is like the same thing pretty much. The Atari had games where you were racing cars, creating a genre of racing games. Now, racing games had a sort of puberty phase where I was reading those, puberty bugs and getting acne and having the birds and the bees talk, or whatever normal people did. All I did was watch porn, which I don't think I'm allowed to say on YouTube. Now, the racing game has evolved into its own thing with little subcategories like street racing, drag racing, and like the lamest of the bunch, kart racing. Nintendo struck oil, get it, cars, and created Super Mario Kart, which became a console selling franchise with very successful sequels and very not so successful copycats. Now, some copycats did have staying power. I mean, look at CTR. I hate it, but it's popular. But I think one kart racer that left an impact with me, at least, was a little game called Modnation Racers. Modnation Racers was created by Sleeping Dogs, or not Sleeping Dogs, what the fuck's your name? Modnation Racers was a game developed by United Front Games. You know, the makers of Sleeping Dogs. Modnation was a PS3 exclusive coming out in 2010, and its gameplay is very similar to other kart racers, meaning it's the same as Mario Kart. You race on these tracks where you're able to get items to like give other drivers whiplash. You could also drift and fill up like a little speed meter, and that little speed meter gives you a boost whenever you use it. Now, the thing that made this very specific game stand out against the river of Styx worth of clones was the fact that its whole identity was built around the idea of customization. The game came out in a post Little Big Planet world, so it donned the title of Create, Play, Share. The main premise of this game is that you can create your own driver, your own kart, and your own tracks. The track editor was like the reason you begged your mom for this game because it is on a whole different level. This game is just very fun, and in its core could stand alongside Mario Kart as a very reasonable alternative, because you would typically buy Mario Kart to race on tracks alone or with friends as the Mario cast. But Modnation Racers not only let you play with your friends, but it let you create tracks that you could play with your friends, or you could even take it online since it was made in a beautiful age of the internet, and you go online and get different tracks that other people made and play them alone or with your friends. Now, I never owned this game. My cousin let me borrow it for a bit, and that's when I really fell in love with it. I remember growing up, I thought Media Molecule made this game because the character models reminded me of like the LBB characters mixed with like those old Cartoon Network bumpers. You know what I'm talking about. What the fuck was that? This game also, whenever I think about it, gives me a real nostalgia because I remember spending hours customizing my characters and customizing my cards and going on races, not racist, fuck. And I did try to make a track, but my 7-year-old little brain couldn't handle how to make a track in a track editor. This game was also very difficult. I never beat it because the NPCs were very, very fucking brutal, and I also vividly remember getting into fights with my cousin and brothers over this stupid little game, but it's my little stupid little game. However, in the end, I did give my cousin his copy back, and ever since then, it's been a thing in the back of my head. Ow, how the fuck did it get out? It was a really good game, not just in my opinion, but also critically. This game was very, very cool, and it was really cool how you could customize almost everything, your character, tracks, your card, and it should be and will always be a face in the side of creative kart racers. Or it would have been if it didn't piss on its corpse. While Modnation Racers never got a sequel and is now stranded on the PS3, it did get a spin-off game, which I think Staying Dead would have been better. Modnation Road Trip was a PS Vita exclusive, meaning no one played it, which is probably for the best because it's a very sad version of the game. Now, I did play it, but I feel kind of meh about it. Like, if I had this way back when I got my PS Vita, I think I would have fell in love with it and I would have loved everything about it. But I first played it like a few months ago, so the magic was gone and I was able to see it for what it really was. A really bad game. It's not the worst game ever, it's not even half bad. It's just, it struggles to live up to what the original game was. United Front Games is no longer around, closing down back in 2016 and taking Modnation Racers along with it. I think it's a game that PlayStation sees no potential in. Mario Kart holds the throne as the most recognizable kart racer, and I feel like Modnation Racers couldn't hold a torch to it. Even gameplay wise, Modnation Racers has a lot of similarities to CTR, Crash Team Racing, which again is on its very own throne. I feel like maybe we moved on from Modnation Racers. Mario Kart and CTR perfected their gameplay, and I feel like Modnation just can't compete with it no more, even with their unique ideas. But I think it's important to look back and appreciate what it brought to the table and our new innovations that it brought along with it. And so the point of the video is just that, to talk about them again and to like make a short video talking about, you know, how we should appreciate the game and how if you had access to a PS3 or an emulator, you should definitely check this game out. It's 100% worth your time. So yeah, that's the video. Thanks for watching. I hope you played the game. Have you played the game? Was it good or am I tripping? Let me know down below. Yeah, I'll see you guys in 4 or 5 months whenever I upload again. Bye bye. Oh, and keep an eye out. I forgot about that. Keep an eye out.